is actually about a guy named Warner Earhart. And Warner Earhart came out with EST right here. Warner Earhart is in another country, I think. Or if he's not, I think he is. Yeah, he's been. So what happened was he founded this company EST in the. It's funny, I just found out that it says New York Times #2 bestseller. That's really funny. All right, Charles. So EST was a program that Warner Earhart started, I think, in the 70s and 80s. And then something happened where, I don't remember the actual controversy. I think it was his daughter, something about his daughter, and like he like touched her inappropriately or whatever, and then he got like shooed out of the country. But the thing is, EST was extremely, it was a program, and I actually talked about the Landmark Forum. It's now called the Landmark Forum. And then they have the advanced course, and then they have SELP and things like that. And I did Landmark, and I did the advanced course, and most people think it's a cult. It's not at all. I'm a normal human being, and I thought it was. It took me a year to actually do it. I have a video about that. You should check it out. But this book is called Playing the Game the New Way. And Frederick essentially breaks down EST today. And there's like 50 to 100 people that have given EST like the reason that they're successful, like people you'd know. And I don't want to say names, but look up or Google people that now, or people that are successful now because of EST. So essentially, I'll just go over a couple of things that go over in the book. Number one, it's not for everyone. Okay, it's not for everyone. The reason it's not for everyone is that if you don't have an open mind, did not attend EST, have not done Sedona Method, or is into Tony Robbins, or is religious, or anyone outside of like all the things that I just mentioned, if you've done that, this book will be for you. Anyone that's like, yeah, I'm looking to play the new game, or playing the game the new way, it's not for you, because you're not going to know what they mean. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to. It's like it's very existential. Like it's very like outer body. There's something called being, and people don't understand, but our skin, as Bob Proctor says, is vibrating molecules at a very high rate. Everything around me, this feels hard, and that there's no space between the molecules, but in fact there are, whatever that proper English is. And essentially, being, who you are as a being, like B-E-I-N-G, is like a fish in water. That's the simile that they use. It's like a fish in water. A fish, you tell a fish, you're like, look at the water you're in. The fish is gonna be like, what are you talking about? Because they're surrounded by water. They don't understand they're in water because that's all they know. And it's the only thing we know is being. We're being something at all times. It's like, I can go so deep into this. It's crazy. Like your mind will be like, just like explosion. So you are being something at all times. There's a positive being, there's a negative being, there's you can create who you are. The biggest thing is so there's something called be, do, have. Okay? So a lot of people, it's the opposite, where they say, I have a camera and a setup and all these things, and then they have that, and then they do the recording, and then they're a director. No. It's actually the opposite. You are being a director, then you do being a director, and then you have the title of being a director. You be an athlete, then you do being an athlete, throwing a football, kicking a ball, whatever, and then you have the trophy of being it. It's not the opposite. You don't get the trophy and then you play the sport and then you become the athlete. No. You are the athlete. You have to believe you're the athlete. So I'll break it down even crazier, and this is like where I'm going to lose a lot of people. But so if you consider that everything was created, humans put meaning on everything. We put meaning on what this book is about to do. as I hit the camera. I just created gravity. I didn't create gravity. Gravity was there, but we put a meaning on what that was. The book fell. Why did the book fall? There's gravity. We put meaning on all these words. And then we created the language for that meaning. Okay, so I know I'm going to lose you. You have meaning on everything. Everything means everything. But if there was no language, we wouldn't have meaning. If I wasn't able to explain what I'm saying right now, there would be no meaning. It would just come out. Like, that doesn't mean anything because it's not language. Okay? Here we go. Now we're going to start losing people on this one. Is if I create things through language to have meaning, then I am the source of anything that's created. In other words, we look through a filter. A perfect example, politics, sports teams, a bad experience with some person that you know. You are now looking through a filter of how that appears to you. In other words, you put meaning to something that that person said to you. Say my sister said at a young age, you're never going to amount to anything. I'm now looking through a filter, and I believe her. Say I believe her. I'm now looking through a filter. I'm not going to be able to become anything. That's how it occurs to me. Everything in the world occurs to me through that vision. Say I am a very wealthy person. I've never been poor in my life, and I go to a bad part of town. Everything is occurring to me that this is a bad part of town. To someone else, they call it home. Say it's the opposite. Someone that calls a bad part of town goes to a very wealthy area that has mansions. Someone calls that home, and they're used to that. The same thing is there. By the way, it's why we call it a bad part of town. We're putting meaning on that. It's unbelievable. Like, once you start getting deeper and deeper and deeper about this. Okay, so the same thing is there. The mansions are not doing anything. They're not talking to you. They're just there. And when someone is uncomfortable, it's because they're putting meaning to where they are or what they're doing. Okay? A bad part of town or a sports team. It occurs to them, or a political figure. This is perfect. As a political figure says, these people should pay more in taxes, or this should happen. The people that agree, one person said the same thing, but two people who opposing views are having that language occur to them where someone agrees and someone not agrees. The same thing happened. Okay? So how does that make sense in the book? Is that how the world occurs to us. We can either create our reality where, okay, this happened. What do we do? How do we get around this? Something happened. We need to do something. So we need to create an opportunity. So creating an opportunity is, I lose my home. Do I complain about it? That's up to you. Or you can create an opportunity that says, I need to live here. I need to stay somewhere tonight. Whether that's under a bridge, a hotel, a friend's house, a new apartment, a new hat, whatever. So you have to, I know it's so hard to explain if you're not like, if you don't go through it. So it's very woo-woo if you've never gone through any of the training, because obviously I've probably lost you by now. The book is amazing only for those people. To be honest, anyone else, if you've been lost in this video, then maybe if you get it somewhat, it's hard to explain in examples unless you've actually gone through all the training. Like, I went through 3 full days of training, and then another totally higher up course of another 3 full days of training. So the book is great. So in other words, by the creation, I'll just go over those 3 aspects again. Number 1 is how anything occurs to us could not occur, doesn't need to occur to someone else, okay? It just occurs to you. You have a filter of how you look through everything. Number 2, and I'll bring up this is totally different, is trying. So trying is, you can't try. You either do it or you don't. You know, did you win the gold medal? Yes. Okay. You won the gold medal. Like, if someone says, try and take this book out of my hand. Is that trying? No, they haven't. No. Take the book out of my hand. Try and take the book out of my hand. Okay, no. You just took the book out of my hand. And then you go like this, and you're not. It's no or yes. There's no trying. There's no, people like, oh, but I tried. It's like, yeah, but you didn't do it. You know, no, but I'm gonna try and lose weight. It's like, no. You either lose. It's very vanilla. It's very black and white. It's like you either do something or you don't do something. You either take this book out of my hand or you don't. I'm trying. No. I'm trying to take the book out of my hand. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to start the business. I'm trying to get into a relationship. Yeah, but you can't try. You either don't do it because it's still in my hand, or you do it. That's it. There's no try. There's no way you can try something. You have to become something, and then you have to do it, and then you'll have it. It's not the other way around. You don't have, do, and then become. So you become, you just say, I'm an athlete. You are now an athlete. Because you said it, because you created it, because you use words and language, and behind that language is meaning an athlete. Okay, I'm now an athlete. Now do what athletes do. They eat well, they exercise, they play sports. Oh, okay, now I have a scholarship, a trophy, whatever. I now have what I want. But you have to become something first. I'm a business person. I'm a very intelligent person. Okay, cool. You know, you ever see a very attractive girl with a guy that's kind of a loser looking guy? Well, in his mind, he became a very attractive guy. And then he went out and he did something like he's funny, or he's a great guy, or he's giving, or whatever. And now he has this girl. You don't get this girl by doing something and then you become it. She's like, no. He became something, then he did something about it, and now he has a relationship with her. It's with anything. I cannot recommend this book enough. It was amazing, and only if you actually are into S. There's actually a couple other S books. There's a Warner Earhart book right here. And then there's another, the Book of EST, so I'm going to be really getting into it. I cannot recommend it enough. And then watch the video on, I think that's it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's amazing. My name is Charles Botensten. I also have a vlogging channel, which I'm going to be updating pretty regularly. And I'm also on Instagram, so follow me there. Look forward to a couple other book reviews, which is all on the YouTube channel under book reviews. I've probably done, I don't know, like 20, 25, 30, right around there. And I have my favorites. But this one is definitely a 5 out of 5. If you understand what everything is. Talk to you guys soon. Have an awesome day.